Scattered across our solar system are worlds so unusual, so alien, that they challenge our understanding of what a moon can be. These moons are not passive companions orbiting planets. They are volcanic infernos, frozen oceans, fractured spheres, and worlds that defy logic itself. Some are older than the planets they orbit. Others hide oceans deeper than all of Earth's combined. A few exert gravitational influence so intense they reshape their own geology every day. And many are places where the boundary between the familiar and the unimaginable blurs entirely. Moons, in their quiet and unassuming presence, might seem simple compared to planets, but their diversity rivals anything science fiction could invent. As we explore these distant companions, we begin to understand that the solar system is not a tidy collection of spherical rocks orbiting in harmony. It is a realm of extremes, a realm of relentless physics, a realm where nature experiments with forms and environments that seem impossible and yet exist right now, spinning silently in the cold dark beyond our skies. Io is perhaps the most violent place in the solar system. If you could stand on its surface, which you couldn't, at least not for long, you would witness a world in constant upheaval. Titan-sized volcanoes blast fountains of molten sulfur dozens of kilometers high. Rivers of lava snake across plains in glowing stripes. Entire mountain ranges rise and collapse within centuries. This relentless activity is not driven by sunlight, chemical energy, or internal nuclear reactions, but by gravity itself. Jupiter's immense pull stretches and squeezes Io like a ball of soft clay. Each orbit becomes a torture chamber of tidal flexing, heating Io's interior to the point of near constant eruption. The moon is a masterpiece of chaos, its surface painted in yellows, reds, and blacks by the chemical residues of volcanic fury. Nothing stays still. Nothing stays stable. Io is a world that lives in torment, sculpted by the invisible fist of the largest planet in our solar system. In stark contrast to Io's hellish temperament, Europa offers a haunting serenity, at least on the surface. Its crust is a pristine shell of ice etched with long, intersecting fractures that resemble the cracked surface of a frozen lake. Beneath that icy armor, however, lies one of the most intriguing mysteries in the solar system, a global ocean of liquid water deeper than any found on Earth. Kept warm by tidal forces similar to those tormenting Io, Europa's hidden water world may hold chemical gradients, thermal vents, and energy sources capable of supporting life. Standing on Europa would feel surreal. The distant sun casts a weak, silvery glow across plains of pure ice. Jupiter looms impossibly large in the sky, its swirling clouds and belts dominating the horizon. The surface is still, but beneath your feet, an entire ocean flows, dark, vast, untouched by light. The idea that life might be swimming in those endless depths transforms Europa from a frozen moon into a cosmic question waiting to be answered. Titan feels eerily familiar and utterly alien at the same time. This hazy orange world, larger than Mercury, is the only moon in the solar system with a thick, stable atmosphere. Its skies glow with a muted gold haze. Methane and nitrogen swirl in layers, creating weather patterns reminiscent of Earth's. But instead of water, methane rains from the sky. Instead of rivers formed of liquid runoff, Titan's channels flow with hydrocarbons. Instead of oceans of salt water, Titan hosts seas of liquid methane and ethane stretching for hundreds of kilometers across its surface. Walking on Titan would be like stepping into a dream of Earth formed by an alien mind. Lakes ripple in the cold wind, Dunes stretch across vast plains, and mountains loom beneath the smog-filled sky. It is cold, so cold that water acts like rock and methane flows like water. Yet its landscapes resemble homes so much that Titan feels like a parallel Earth, shaped by chemistry that never took root here. Titan shows us what planetary evolution might look like under completely different rules. Enceladus is a tiny moon with a colossal secret. Beneath its gleaming white surface lies another hidden ocean, and unlike Europa, Enceladus vents its secrets into space. Through cracks near its south pole, geysers of water vapor, salts, and organic molecules erupt in shimmering fountains that spray hundreds of kilometers high. These plumes return to the surface as snow or escape into space to form Saturn's magnificent earring. It is one of the few places in the solar system where we can directly sample the chemistry of a subsurface ocean without drilling through miles of ice. The surface of Enceladus is a dazzling landscape of snowfields, fractures, and smooth plains shaped by constant resurfacing. Beneath this icy shell, hydrothermal activity may be brewing. Minerals, heat, water, and organic chemistry combine to create one of the most promising habitats for extraterrestrial life ever discovered. Enceladus is not just a strange moon. It is a breathing world, whispering clues about what lies beneath. Triton does not belong to Neptune. It is a refugee from the Kuiper Belt, a distant wanderer once roaming freely beyond Pluto. Neptune captured Triton long ago, and in doing so, disrupted its ancient orbit and altered its destiny. Today, Triton orbits backward relative to Neptune's rotation, a sign of its chaotic past. The moon's surface is a bizarre mixture of frozen nitrogen plains, smooth ice fields, and cryovolcanoes that erupt not with molten rock, but with slushes of water, ammonia, and methane. Triton's landscape feels sculpted by forces we barely understand. Dark streaks from geysers stain its pale surface. Strange polygonal terrain stretches across kilometers. Frozen dunes ripple under winds colder than any known on Earth. If Triton once had oceans before its capture, fragments of that lost world may still linger beneath its surface. Triton is a relic of a different era of the solar system, an interloper frozen in time. Miranda orbits Uranus like a broken puzzle piece. It looks as though the moon was shattered and haphazardly glued back together. Towering cliffs, some of the tallest in the solar system, rise nearly 20 kilometers from the surface. Giant canyons slice through the moon in impossible patterns. Smooth, oval-shaped features called coronae stretch for hundreds of kilometers, as though Miranda's crust melted and refroze in enormous swirls. Every region seems to tell a different story, as though Miranda experienced multiple catastrophes and healed itself each time. This scarred moon likely endured violent collisions or intense tidal heating long ago. The result is a world so fragmented and chaotic that it defies comparison. Miranda looks less like a natural object and more like the scattered remnants of a cosmic accident, a shattered sculpture drifting through the cold reaches of Uranus orbit. Iapetus is one of the most visually striking moons in the solar system. One hemisphere is dark as coal, absorbing nearly all the sunlight it receives. The other is bright as snow, reflecting it like a mirror. This stark contrast creates a world divided perfectly in two, like cosmic yin and yang. Scientists believe the dark material may come from outer debris, which Iapetus sweeps up as it orbits Saturn. The dark side warms slightly, causing ice to sublimate and migrate to the colder bright side, deepening the contrast over time. Adding to its mysteries, Iapetus possesses an equatorial ridge, a massive wall of mountains circling its entire equator like the seam of a baseball. No other moon has anything like it. Some theories suggest it may be the remains of a collapsed ring or the frozen memory of ancient geological upheaval. Iapetus stands as a surreal reminder that the solar system still holds secrets beyond our expectations.